This is a video response to Reverend Pat Robertson, who was in the news yesterday after he said that gays in San Francisco were using weaponized rings in order to transmit HIV to people when they shook hands with them. And this is the second time that I've responded to a Christian person on an issue they have discussed in the public forum regarding gay people. Previously, about 5 years ago, a state representative from Oklahoma by the name of Sally Kern seemed to be confused about our recruitment methods, and just by chance, I happened to be working for the homosexual agenda at that time, working as a recruiter by spreading homosexual cooties on, playgrounds and schoolyards. But that's a different story. Just by chance, that was like 5 years ago. Just by chance, since then, I've been promoted, and I'm now working in the secret weapons lab underneath the San Francisco subway system. It's the high-tech queer weapons lab where we do, well, I work in the R&D department. I don't actually manufacture the ring. That's engineering does that. But yeah, we did the initial studies and the research on the notion. We had a couple misfires at first. We had one which was just going to be like a test of the technology to gather information. It was called the index ring. It consisted of a ring with a metal spindle attached, such as you might use on a desk to place documents, an in bin or something. And that the purpose of that was to try to measure the homosexual dislike of various people as we would shake their hands. So we were trying to get a scale of the situation so that when we got down to the engineering, we'd be able to make a really effective weaponized ring. So anyway, that didn't actually work so well. All we found out was that most of the people who hate gays also seem to be Christian, but we don't know why. Anyway, later we tried what we called the tenderizer ring, and it called the tenderizer ring, and it was like, if you've ever seen a meat tenderizer, the notion was that you would press it against the person gently, it's not intended to do any harm, but what it does is it transmits a tenderizing feeling so that they become less spiteful and less hateful and maybe less likely to tell vicious lies that they just made up in the middle of a fantasy. So that didn't work out very well either. But then I was involved with the actual production model, the internal weaponized ring, and I can show you something like it here. Now this looks like an ordinary wedding band here. You can see it appears to be made out of platinum. Okay, and what happens is there's little blades. You can't see them in the daylight. You need a microscope or something. But there's little tiny blades that come out, and when you shake hands with someone, if you want to, let's say, transmit something, it's a thought you have. It's a certain word we teach people to think while they're shaking hands, and that causes the blades to deploy. So we've had very good luck with that, and I'm surprised that word got out because we thought that everybody had signed non-disclosure agreements and that, we'd be able to continue with our campaign. My suggestion was that we add homosexual cooties to the rings so that we could, recruit people at the same time. But that's probably based on my prior work experience in the recruitment department, and it didn't fly with anybody else. They were saying, "No, not invented here." You know how it goes in a business. Anyway, Pat, I just wanted to catch up with you and, make sure that you got up-to-date information. We'll try to add some images to the link at the at this video on YouTube so that you can go and look at some of these earlier models that I was involved in. I'm not allowed to show you the actual drawings for the production model. That would be, my name's not Snowden. Okay, hey, take care, Pat. Love you.